From Randy Cole. He is going to talk a little bit about local government relief and reform.
Thank you, Governor. What our big problem in Ohio is 200 years of accumulated bureaucracy that ties down our local governments and allow them to adapt to changing times. Earlier today, the governor invoked President Kennedy's line, as he did in the State of the State, that a rising tide lifts all boats. When we look at local government, its processes and what's happening, what we see is rising costs, not rising tides. In 3,700 units of government, when you look at all the schools, all the local governments, and you combine them together, it's about 3,700 different entities. And they are tied to the docks with 200 years of red tape. So the governor asked us to take 4 strategies, depicted here as 4 pieces of the puzzle for government reform. We're going to reduce mandates, expand shared services, utilize 21st century technology, and increase flexibility and cost containment measures for local governments. First, freedom from mandates. It's simple. You can't put 5 pounds in a 3-pound bag. We understand that. When we put this budget together, we recognized that we needed to comb through Ohio law, through statutes, and find ways to relieve mandates that just add redundancy, duplicity of services, and don't provide value to taxpayers. A quick example, County Boards of Developmental Disability, the law says that they have to create an ADM report that the state doesn't use. We looked through it, found out that there wasn't a value, the state wasn't using it, we're striking it from the law. Why? Because the boards were still doing it. It was in the law. It said they had to. They were afraid audit findings and other things would come against them if they didn't follow the law. So we're cleaning it up and taking it off of their shelves. 21st century technology, one of our initiatives, look, e-commerce has transformed business, but government practices are often 19th century, not 21st century looking. So one of our ideas is a statewide public notice website available at no charge to all of those 3,700 local government entities. The reason this is important, every unit of local government has come to us and asked for it. In Kasich County alone, not all of the units of government, not all the cities, just Kasich County government itself spent $750,000 on legal notice advertising. When you add that up across those 3,700 units across the state, that saves tens of millions of dollars, and it's easier for business. Look, with one bookmark, they know what 3,700 potential clients are buying, when they're buying it, how much they want to spend. That's fantastic. We are bringing business together, the public together, easier. But I want to be clear, there is still an important role for newspapers. We're still requiring that a simpler, easier to read, very clear...
You go, boy. They'll love you for that.
very clear ad that tells people where they can get more information from that local government or directing them to this website to get the full notice. We're also allowing governments to use the internet to sell advertising. They already sell naming rights to buildings and facilities, advertising in local publications, when they do programs and things, and we're expanding other e-commerce opportunities. Shared services. We're doing 2 things here. I just want to quickly touch on that. First, we're creating universal authority for governments to work together to drive down costs for improved services. An example of why this is a problem. Townships can join a joint police district, a joint fire district, a joint ambulance district in 4 different places of the Ohio Revised Code. Who they can partner with, whether it's another village, another township, is different in each of those instances, no more. We're making it clear that universally, if governments want to work together, they can. We're tearing down walls, we're not erasing community boundaries. Second, we want to let government agencies focus on their core missions and get out of the business of bureaucracy. At the county level, county commissioners are going to be able to create centralized services. Yes, it means their county commissioner is going to be able to tell the county auditor, the county recorder, the county engineer how to do HR, how to do IT. They're going to bundle it together to drive down the cost of bureaucracy. But allowing those local government officials to still maintain their core services and core missions and their independence. In education, shared services in Michigan has been estimated to be able to save $612 million in administrative costs. In Ohio, we have about 7 different entities. It's an alphabet soup of different service organizations that provide support to schools. We're going to simplify, clarify, and coordinate that process and create a process to integrate those those separate agencies and organizations into regional shared service centers. And we're going to make it clear that they can also serve those small government partners that are next to the schools and in the same communities. The last major shared services initiative also take into account that economy of scale concept. Local governments have been asking us to join the state healthcare pool. We have a very good program at a good cost. Rather than changing what's already working and making it work better, we're going to take the School Employees Healthcare Board, which has been studying school employee healthcare since 2006, take all of the learnings and studies there, and create a program called the Public Employees Healthcare Program. The Department of Administrative Services is going to study it, take those learnings, and develop the actual program. Again, their estimates are $318 million in savings if just the schools developed a statewide pool or regional pools for the provision of health care. Finally, we're increasing government flexibility to manage their operations and control their costs. There are new methods for contracting building construction projects. Quite simply, we're giving them the ability for single prime and design build. Said simply, instead of going to one contractor right now, all of our local government officials are required to run down a list of contractors to figure out who's in charge of their construction project or a phase of their construction project. Budgets, control over county budgets and local budgets. Last year, we had the historic step. The auditor of state had to declare Scioto County a fiscal emergency. The county commissioners knew over the course of the year that they were going to run out of money, but they were not able to adapt spending plans accordingly. Now county commissioners will be able to adopt quarterly spending plans and bring their budgets in line when their revenues change. We're also clarifying local government authority to use furloughs and modified work weeks. Here we are very clearly making sure that services are delivered properly and government workers are treated fairly. Look, this is a very exciting time to modernize government for the 21st century and to stop fighting to defend the status quo, or worse, 19th century concepts. Thank you.
Okay, Randy, you went from the 20th to the 19th, so we'd like to get into the 21st here on that. And folks, don't miss it. I mean, just think about healthcare pooling. Instead of we take the Walmart approach, buy en masse. You save a lot of money when you can pool. Why haven't we done it? Special interests. That's why we haven't done it. Yeah, we need 4 prime contractors to build a building. That really makes a lot of sense. So we're going to go to prime, single prime. Let's build the buildings. Let's have efficiency. Let's have effectiveness. These are the kind of things that we think about.